Hi, I'm Amy and I'm here today to talk to you about Zentangles. Zentangles are fun and easy drawings that you can do that don't particularly take a lot of skill, but they are relaxing. That's why they're called Zentangles. And they're just a fun way to take your doodles and kick them up a notch into a more finished drawing. So I have two examples here. This one is really unfinished, but it's, I was listening to Charlie Parker and I was trying to kind of Zentangle how I thought the music would look if it was visual. And so that's something that's kind of fun, a fun way to make Zentangles. And this one was just, what I did was I took the paper, I divided it into sections and just kind of drew out going towards the corners. There's lots of different ways to do Zentangles. I have this how-to Zentangle paper that's at the board that you can use. You can go there and it will walk you through step by step how to do it, but I'm also going to do that for you today just so that you can see me do it in person. So let's start with the tools that we need. The tools that we need are things that you usually have around the house, like white paper, and a variety of pens. This is the the fine point Sharpie. You can use this one. This is the ultra fine point. You also have some pens that you can purchase if you don't have them already that are a little bit finer point. This is a micron 005. There's also a 003. These get tiny points so that if you're trying to do something that's maybe really detailed, this would be the way to do it. You can also just use a pencil. I would recommend using a mechanical pencil like this because the point is finer. You can use a regular pencil if you want to, but you're going to have to keep sharpening it because you really need to have a nice fine point to do it. Other things you may need is a ruler and one of the drawing triangles that are just kind of helps you get to line up your points so that they're more even, especially if you're doing angular work. But you don't have to have that. When we look at the examples that are on the sheet here, they're just working within a square and filling it up with lots of things, not so much using a ruler. This one here, obviously I used a ruler quite a bit. The same one here, I used circle templates and rulers to get some of those right. So when we're working with this, the first step it says is to go over the materials, which we just did. And then the second step would be to draw a string-like design. So we're going to take our thicker Sharpie and our paper here, and we're going to make some squigglies. And these will separate our paper into different sections that we will fill with different designs. So I made something that looks like this. Now I'm not going to do the entire project for you just because it will take me, a good Zentangle will take, especially this size, would take me probably 6 hours. So that's a long time. This one, it's still unfinished and I probably spent 8 hours on it. So they can be very time consuming. But the idea is that you will fill each one of these sections with different designs. One thing I would recommend you doing is practicing your designs on a separate sheet of paper. So you can take your paper and you can fold it up and divide it into a bunch of squares, or you can draw squares on it, kind of like I did here. Look around your house for ideas of things, of patterns that you could use on your Zentangles. This was inspired by a basket. This was inspired by corn. This is inspired by like a mermaid design. Here's some wood. These are leaves. So if you look around your house, you should be able to find some things that will inspire you, or especially if you walked around outside. Look at the different textures you see all around you, and that the textures may give you a great idea of what you might want to put in there. After you have your design doodled out, you will start to fill in the different spaces. And you want to keep adding things to it. So you don't want to just fill it with you know, one design that's all, like, you don't want to fill this all up with mermaid design. So you might want to come over first and maybe do something that looks maybe like paisley. So you could draw a little paisley design in here. Maybe put some circles in it. And so I started a design there. And then from there you can fill it with different kinds of designs and patterns. So the idea is just to keep making it more and more complicated. So you can start with something that's simple and then just keep adding to it. Try not to leave a lot of white. So if there's white, you can always try to find some other pattern that you can put inside of it. And it's just like kicking your doodles up a notch. So I hope you enjoy making Zentangles. I love making them. It's something that I do when I have, you know, free time and I just want to sit and draw and watch Netflix. This is something I can definitely do at the same time. And if you have any questions, you can contact me and I can help you, and I'd love to see your work. So enjoy drawing your Zentangles, and I'll see you next time.